Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. It's time for your short. Here we go. I've got a tarot deck going and an oracle deck. Top of the deck, King of Wands. Something dynamic is going down. This could be you. What's happening? Okay, resistance. This talks about having some sort of resistance, but what you don't see is that you've got someone in your midst who's very powerful that's helping you to be more creative, drawing in your creativity. Yeah, that would be very dynamic. This is you, I think, the Hierophant. Remember, a higher power here is also helping out. Your spiritual side helps you with this creativity. Yeah. Something about giving credit where credit is due there. It's coming. You can feel like it's coming. Your growth is coming from this higher source that you trust in, this spiritual side. It helps you with the creativity. It helps you with your growth. It helps you with your dynamicism and how you interact with others and the impact you have on others, which is very, very charming. Lovers is very, very balanced as well. Boy, I'm really liking this energy. Let's keep going. Divine being. Remember, this card talks about, we have certain contracts when we come into this world, but always remembering that we are occupying a human body existence, while the soul is what really is magical and important to register. More of a soulful existence. The star, yeah. This would have to do with your big wishes. More soulful energy, more dynamic energy there, spiritual energy, balanced energy. Definitely something creative and something that helps you grow, eternal self. This is, again, more of that soul energy. Wow. What are we talking about here? Two of Swords. A monumental time in your life realizing this. I'm more than just the outer. Oh, I get it. I'm more than just the outer. The inner is what's really important. The inner is what I need to grow and work on. The inner is what brings about my true talent here with regards to creativity, with regards to being your authentic self, which is very vibrant. Maybe you feel like you've had to stuff that a little bit or pull back a little bit, clearing your space. Be aware of energy from the past that you're no longer interested in, items from exes or items that just clutter your space. Clearing out that space will bring in the new energy that you want to surround you. And it feels like you're doing an overhaul on the energy as a whole. Three of Pentacles, yeah, the overhaul also has to do with new collaborations you're bringing in. New teams, new people, definitely a networking feeling here. Wow, a lot of transformation is going on. Self-care, oh yeah, big in this read. With the spiritual guidance here, are leaning more into your spiritual side, yeah, and the self-care. Wow, that's beautiful. Lot of growth coming out of this group. Six of Pentacles, that is typically not good balance, overgiving or someone overgiving to you. What's that all about? Rising up from that type of situation. Yeah, and that's why we see the balance comes in. We saw the balance card coming in here with your big wishes. And the Hierophant, your spirituality being worked upon, your self-care, growth. Five of Cups, regrets. Regrets on the overgiving, yeah, but you're leveling up. You're no longer doing that. That's part of this growth. Cycles of life, yeah. Don't beat yourself up too much, because I feel like Spirit is saying, yeah, you will understand that it's just what we all learn, the growth here, the cycles of life. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you're, young and naive, and then you learn. And you're never that way again in certain areas. You're much wiser. You're much more seasoned. Ace of Swords. The truth, authenticity about yourself. This growth, huge growth in this pile. Huge growth in this message. Rites of passage. Yeah. This is also cards kind of confirming now. This is all about cycles of life. Rites of passage, yeah, the growth, the learning. the never falling for stuff that you used to fall for. Being bold, much more bold energy here. I will not be fooled energy. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. A slow start on this, but I feel like you're well engrossed in this growth and new you and new energy. Yeah. Energy shift. Exactly. I want to keep going. 5 of Wands. From a chaotic situation, or I'm reading this more like being everybody's everything. You never win that way. And good for you for trying and thinking that you can, but now you're just cutting to the chase. It's part of your rite of passage. Like, I know what doesn't work. I know what's going to be a lose-lose. I know what situations set me up to fail. I don't get in those situations. I know how to talk logic to get out of them, or I know how to not accept them in my life, something like that, boundaries, and I know where my happiness lies, and that is in this growth, in this spirituality, and in setting maybe boundaries here too. Don't forget about the creativity coming in. Maybe you're doing just an overhaul on your career as well. Compassion. Also, the swans for me are meeting the one, your soulmate energy here. True love. Someone coming in here has maybe showed you some compassion that has the potential to be a true love for you, or this could be love for self. Look, I don't have to be everybody's everything. What I have to do is focus in on my happiness and have compassion for myself. Not give to someone where I don't give to myself type of thing, and sometimes we fall into that, particularly in work scenarios where we're treating the higher ups or even coworkers better than we treat ourselves. This is a learning experience to not be in those scenarios and to be respectful of self and caring and supportive of self as much as we are anybody else in our lives. Or more so, put yourself first, then you can help others. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. I think some of this would be even taking other people's negativity to an extreme where they have just been almost abusive or have been extremely abusive to you in some cases, and putting up with that. Yeah, I don't see you doing that anymore. The path, you feel like, this card talks about, you feel like maybe you missed the path or you got off the path, and how do you get back on the path? But these two paths lead to the same destination. So this is talking about, even though you maybe had a detour, you're going to be going to the same destination you always had in mind. Don't worry. The detour brought about learning experiences, good, vital learning experiences. 9 of Pentacles. Now you're very independent. These learning experiences have helped you be very independent in life. Very much like a transformative energy here. Taking back your power. So we can get to this card and the main part of this message. I definitely feel like that is what this message is all about. You have taken back your power. A variety of different ways we saw how you've done this, but this is the end result. You're taking back your power and you're focusing on yourself, your self-care, your self-health, your health. Taking back your power. Beautiful. But look at how far you've come. Look how you've come through the muck, some of you. Risen to the top. Found the surface. You're able to breathe now. Authenticity comes to mind here. Yeah, you found your power. That is your message. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel. Until next time, let's remember who we are. Let's remember our self-worth.